And welcome back to Guillotines and Guitars here in the Hartsville, South Carolina studios. We only have one studio.
Yeah.
Not the Hartsville, South Carolina
It's the studios.
And we are live.
Studios.
We're doing this show live tonight. We are done doing cutting and editing. We're bringing it to you.
I am scared to death.
Trey is scared to death. But we're going to be good. We're going to keep it PG-13, and we're going to have some fun. That's what we're going to do. That's what we're going to do.
People don't realize I have to cut so much out of this show. So many jokes that we find funny, I have to cut them out because they are funny, but we shouldn't play them out there. It's not safe for the kids. It's not safe for work.
That's right. All right.
You making it hard on Chris now.
I know.
So our topics tonight, Guillotines. We're talking about the Blair Witch Project. Now, for those who keeps up with this show, we've talked about the Blair Witch a little bit on another topic, but we never got in depth to it. So we're gonna dissect the Blair Witch Project tonight. We're gonna talk about that.
We're gonna cut it open.
We're gonna
see what's inside.
As Scott would say, we're gonna
we're gonna delve inside and see.
And guitars, your favorite 90s music. That's a broad stroke. You can,
so much out there.
You can whatever. You can talk about anything musically 90s. We don't care. I'm gonna talk about it. I know that. You're gonna get a lot of information from me.
I've got some good ones. I've got a handful of good ones. Can I do more than one?
Yes, you can.
Well,
that's why this is a broad. That's why we didn't put a title on it. It's 90s music.
Yeah,
you know
I think we're all going to do more than one because
that is a title.
You're talking about 90s music.
Good job, Scott. Moving on. That's our topics tonight.
That'd be a part that I would cut. edited for time. So we want to make sure that the people that are watching, and I'll say this a couple times throughout the show, to remind everybody that we are live, which means that you can comment here and interact with us. Tell us if our ideas are completely ignorant, ridiculous, or if what your favorite bands are. That's what we want to know too, to see if some of your favorite bands are ours. Or ours or yours. I want y'all to talk about Scott's outfit. He's a fan.
I am a fan. I got the guillotine shirt on. I got the hat on.
You should see his shoes.
What? I got my Vans on.
They look like guillotines. They look like crap. You pick your leg up that high? That's amazing.
I watched, you talk about somebody's feet. Just the other day, I was watching one of our older shows, and when we had just the two GoPros in the studio, and there's one across, let me put the camera there, there's one across right behind Scott that showed that on this particular episode that I was watching because I needed something out of it, Chris has no shoes on at all.
Yeah, he does that a lot.
It was ridiculous.
Why there shouldn't be any cameras under this table?
He's got his flops on.
I wish we had another camera down there. Oh, wait a minute. Since we're live, I can connect my phone to the system here and actually move around with my phone and get a shot of your feet.
Do that.
I don't think anybody wants to see that.
Let's not do feet shots.
I'm not doing it.
Yeah,
I'm not doing that.
So that's our topics tonight. Thank our sponsors. Couldn't do nothing without them. And before every topic, we spin up a coin and whatever it lands on, that's what we talk about. That's what we do here. So,
I'm glad you said that.
I am too.
You ready to spin the coin?
Go ahead.
So, real quick, before I spin the coins, while we live, you can get these coins from us. Black nickel-plated, heavy-duty coin. Pretty darn cool coin. It's got the guillotines on one side and the guitar on the other. And you never know where this show might be in 5 years. You might want to get one of these. You know what I'm saying? How many did we order for the first?
I think 2,000.
2,000. So this is we're on
48.
Yeah, we got 48 left.
Reorder.
So you could be the first 2,000. So keep that in mind. I told you. Why am I looking in that camera?
I shouldn't even. That's fine. You're fine. You look at the camera. I'm back here directing, and I got you. You look at that camera. I put that camera on.
There's no camera. There's just Scott in front of me. There's no camera.
I will have to say something real quick. And there's always somebody looking for a freebie. Somebody looking for something, some kind of free advertisement that they don't pay for, but they jump on and they say, "Let me see if I can advertise my business here."
I ain't calling my wife.
Scott Gardner. Gardner Boys Barbecue Roadshow. Come see us. That's awesome.
Shout out to Gardner
There's that
Boys.
free advertisement.
Let me
There
make
it
sure I
is.
get there. There it is. Yeah.
They do have some good food.
I'm calling my wife.
Yep. That's
Scott Gardner's been on the show more than anybody else.
yeah. Late.
Almost.
Calling my wife.
I think John Bird's got him beat.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's true. Speaking of John Bird, you spin that coin, we'll get John Bird back on the show real
That's
quick.
right.
Let's get John.
Let's go ahead and spin the coin. Let's see what we got.
All right.
1, 2, 3. And it's guitars. Talking about guitars. There we go. That's the right one.
It's live.
It's a live, baby. There's nothing perfect in live. There's, you can mess up in live. Life
That's
and
right.
live. It wouldn't be live if we didn't mess up a little bit.
It wouldn't be life if we didn't.
Scott Gardner, I tell you, since hopefully Scott's still watching, he didn't just jump on here to plug his business.
He probably did.
If Scott's still watching, Scott Gardner, I want you to tell me left hand or right hand. I've got sets of shots in both hands. I'm gonna let Scott Gardner choose left hand or right hand. How about that?
This is being interesting. He's go ahead.
I'm calling my wife.
So he's going to choose which shots we
I don't know. Does he have somebody typing for him? It's taking a long time. We're going to have to choose somebody else.
Probably is. He can't.
Can he type?
He's got fat fingers.
He had somebody else spell.
He's typing and deleting.
Somebody tell Scott.
Just type an L or an R.
Yeah.
That's all you got to do.
Now this, if you're looking at the screen, Scott, this is, let's do this left, this right. Even though we're looking at it, it's backwards, but we get it. He's taking too long. I tell you what, if somebody else wants to jump in and say left or right, whoever comes in first, you get to choose which shot we're taking. That's what we're doing. 2 sets of shots, one in one hand, one in the other.
Somebody better say something. 'Cause I'm getting thirsty over here.
They're there. They're just nobody's. I don't want to be involved. I don't want to be part of the show.
Can I pick?
You're about to have to. There we go. CJ Tyner said right. Kimberly Benton said he's gone left hand.
He's gone.
CJ came in first. We're going with the right hand. Here's what we've got today. We've got, this is from Twisted Shots, like we do on just about every show. Twisted Shots, this flavor is the B52. Scott got these tonight.
B52s. I got those.
Scott Barfield, by the way. Not.
That's
Scott
a rare
Gardner.
thing. That is a rare.
I know it
He
is.
never buys shots.
The funny thing was I'd already bought
But
them.
then he'll get here, but you ain't got shots. God,
That was you last show.
probably was. That was me.
That was
It
you
was.
every show.
It was you. Watch. If you watch our show, you'd know that.
I'll watch it. All right.
Now we're taking shots with the crowd.
Oh man. We taking shots with all
That's right, yeah.
used peoples out there.
People out there watching, join in with your
Hope you got a
drink of
shot ready.
choice.
If you ain't got a shot ready, you don't need to be on the show.
So this is B52. What does it say the flavor? Like, it just says orange liqueur, coffee cream. Orange and coffee cream.
So I got
Interesting.
Yep, same thing here. So all right.
That's like, yes, you're right. You have the same thing.
We all got the same thing.
That's crazy.
Man, that's
He pulled about the same
I
one.
wonder what what's in the universe.
All right.
Cheers.
Cheers.
That son of a gun had some booze in it, buddy.
Yes, it did, John Bird.
Mr. John Bird.
All right, 90s music. Oh, this is gonna be so fun. I like automatically TRL, MTV, VH1. Waking up in the mornings, hearing those top 20
All that
songs.
comes to mind is
God,
was
So-
a magical time to be alive. back
man,
then.
it was. You was alive back then?
Yeah, I was alive
You-
about this.
What are you talking about then?
You're the one born in the 90s.
I was born in the 80s.
Were you?
84?
I thought you were born in the 90s.
Oh, thank you, though.
You acting like
I do look good, though, for my age.
you do. Yeah, you look good for your age.
My beard's still got color in it.
The part that's grown, yeah. The rest of it, when the rest of it comes in, dude, you're gonna have a good beard. Don't worry, don't worry. It'll come. I know right now it's just that chin strap thing you got, but the rest of it'll come later.
He looks like he's got a football helmet without the football helmet. It's a chin strap.
Hey, Billy Bob Rubeck, wide receiver.
Shut up with your hairy arms. All right, 90s music. That's what we ain't gonna do this. We said we ain't gonna do this.
Don't do this.
I like the
We
gin.
can start getting into all kinds.
I like the Gin Blossoms, man, because they always had the chick flick songs, and every movie.
What year is that?
Gin Blossoms.
I would guess 92, 93 when their first.
Was it
album.
early? Not was it early? Not. I guess it was. Yeah.
I think
Don't
so.
make
For some
me
reason,
look
I
it
thought
up.
it.
I
There
don't,
we
know, I
go.
don't have my
Don't make
phone.
me
Look
look
it up.
it up.
I think it was 92 or 90. It might have even been 91. The Gin Blossoms, their first album had.
Is it? It's Gin, right?
That was, yeah, Gin, like gin.
Exactly. That's what I was thinking.
Wow, they formed in '87,
Yeah, but when did their first album come?
92.
92. Okay.
New,
so that was the
New
one.
Miserable Experience. That was their
And-
first album,
and-
which had Hey Jealousy.
Yeah,
So,
great song.
great band. I mean, but there was like the soft side, But I liked it because I watched all the chick flicks. I like the chick flicks.
Yeah,
We know.
they had some softer songs, but they were a great band. They had some great songs, and that Hey Jealousy is one of my favorite songs. I think of the 90s.
I like the Hey Jealousy. We still
I
do
think
that
I got
song
like
sometimes.
100 favorite songs of the 90s, but that's one of them.
And that's weird for you. You was kind of a rocker dude, trench coat type of guy.
I was a
Trench coat.
trench coat.
He
When
was.
did I ever wear a trench coat?
You
I
just
never
look
saw
like
him
it.
in a trench coat.
Well, like
I
you come
never
out
wore a
the
trench coat.
shadows with a trench coat with a Marlboro hanging out your mouth. What's up, dude?
No, I didn't.
some candy?
Yeah, I mean, I was an 80s guy, so I liked a lot of the 80s stuff. But I mean, when the 90s came around,
Oh, so you had the tight leather pants with the
no.
He did. He had a. Well, I remember when we were in the 9th grade, he had the wallet with the chain going to his.
No,
You remember
I don't
that?
think
Did
I
you have the chain
You
connected?
remember
to
that?
your
Yes, you
pants?
did. You had the wallet going with a chain going to your belt loop, to your dog, and to your car keys. I remember it like it was yesterday.
There's something about the 90s, though, man, because the music plugged into the teens, real heavily. And
Well,
every song had meaning to it, and it felt good. I mean,
Well, that's
I'm like you. There's a
That's because you were in your teens in the 90s, so that's
thousand
why.
songs. Well,
That's
you was
why it
in your
felt that way.
teens at once, wasn't you? But you
Was it?
long
we-
ago
Yeah, we skipped it. Well, our teens were different than today's
needed
teens.
Yeah.
needed the Morgan Freeman voice. Scott was young once, a long time ago. long time ago.
It wasn't that long ago. Well,
that was-
yes, it was.
See, you didn't
It
forget
was
your
a long
teeth
time ago.
tonight. That's good. Thank you for putting them in.
That was a time.
But like
I see you got
the
your chin
90,
strap.
they really
You
they
need-
really
you need your
plugged
helmet.
in.
Where's your helmet on?
The 90s music really plugged into movies. Like movie
Oh, yeah.
soundtracks was
Soundtracks.
a big
Yeah, the
thing.
big in the 90s.
Yes, real big.
I
And
haven't thought
all
about-
your great songs come off the movie. All the 90s great songs come off the movie soundtrack.
I haven't thought about that, but you're right, man. I don't think the soundtracks today are nearly the same as they were
And you don't
back
even.
back then. They just
It used to be, you used to look forward to the soundtracks.
you bought the soundtracks.
Yeah, because of all the songs that were
Yeah.
on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I've got even as recently, I say recently, but it's a long time ago. But Forrest Gump had a great soundtrack, but that was what
What?
20-something years ago. Yes.
Hold on now.
Yeah, Forrest Gump did. It had CCR.
CCR. Yeah,
Freebird.
That's right.
Leonard
It did.
Skinner. It had a bunch of great songs. Fleetwood Mac. I mean, it was.
Had Hendrix on there. And hey, Joe. Yeah.
Some Jimmy.
That
Yeah,
is
it
right. I
had-
didn't even think he did have a good soundtrack.
Yeah.
You think I would just make that up? You think I'd just say
Well, it
that
wasn't.
to
it
be
wasn't-
funny?
It was the movie.
Everything
Forrest
you
Gump.
say
It
is so
wasn't- it
damn
wasn't-
boring.
It wasn't
Spice it up a little bit.
Forrest Gump's
Everything I
character
say is boring.
soundtrack. I mean, you said, he had a good soundtrack. It wasn't Forrest Gump. It was the movie Forrest Gump. You said, yeah, he did have a good soundtrack. As if it was Forrest Gump soundtrack.
He's trying to get me.
I'm like,
Michelle Langston is agreeing with us too. She says soundtracks were my favorite. I had them all.
That's. I
She
mean,
had 'em
really, like the especially when all the horror movies like I Know What You Did Last Summer soundtracks and the Scream soundtrack.
What was on that one or those?
Oh, on
the Scream, it was what was it song? The kids
School's Out for Summer.
No, not.
I'm talking about the first Scream now.
The first Scream came out when in '96.
Hold on, I'll tell you.
I think.
Let me Google.
Was Alice Cooper on that?
Yeah, School's Out for Summer. Yeah. They had a lot of good songs on that.
There was a song on that soundtrack that
That's right, Timmy Buffalo Springfield on that too.
Was like a big hit at the time, but it was by a new band, and I can't remember for the life of me what the name of that band was.
I know what you're talking about. I'll be waving my hand, watching you. Was that All American Rejects?
No, was that wasn't on that soundtrack, was it?
Yes, it was.
Everybody's coming in with this with
Don't Fear the Reaper.
VOC.
Yeah.
From what movie?
From Scream 1.
Scream.
Oh, I didn't know that was on there. I was just gonna say a lot of people are chiming in now with their favorite soundtracks. Ghost Ship.
Oh, Ghost Ship is a good one.
Jessica said Ghost Ship.
Ghost Ship, yeah. It had
what movie was that?
It was a horror movie about a ghost ship where this
the Black Pearl.
A group of
modern day
ship finders go out and
ship
find
finders. That's what they were.
What they went out and
ship
found
finders.
ships.
They're salvage experts.
Salvage, yeah, but they found ships that were ghost ships, so to speak, that were abandoned, and they hauled them in. But yeah, one of the songs on there was Mudvayne, Not Falling, on Ghost Ship.
Okay,
I think it was one of the first songs that come on during the show.
Michelle just said Dazed and Confused.
That's another good one. Dazed and Confused.
We should have done this whole show just on the soundtracks.
That's what I'm talking about. The 90s had the best everything, but she's onto it. Even I'm gonna get slack for this, but Legally Blonde, that had a pretty good soundtrack on there.
I don't know
what songs.
I know. Let's move on.
What songs were on that? Because I don't. Don't look it up.
I'm gonna keep naming some other soundtracks.
Let's stay with who was on Legally Blonde. Air Supply, something like that.
Air Supply. I've heard of
who? I don't know.
Let's move on. Let's move on.
You said it was a good sound.
Let's move on for that. But
Trey.
Yeah.
Take his man card.
You had Total Request Live,
roses and butterflies floating around. Oh my goodness, this is so great.
He's still on it. Is he
10 Things I Hate About You.
10 Things I Hate About You. I'm a chick flick man. I don't care. Yes, that soundtrack was awesome too.
Did it have a soundtrack? I don't
know.
What
was on? I still want to know what was on Legally Blonde. I don't know.
It's none of your business.
Did you ever finish? Did you ever finish The Notebook yesterday?
Oh my God! Is that what we're doing?
Finished it.
Yeah.
He's watched it like 30 times.
Well, I know, but yesterday's version though.
So what I was talking about was TRL.
Wait,
now we're on TRL.
Just for people that don't know, Michelle just picked up on it. She just said that took a left. Yes, Michelle, that's what this show does. It constantly takes a left. We're like NASCAR. We're constantly taking a left.
Left turn. So, I remember waking up in the middle of the night, and I'd leave it on MTV, and they'll constantly run the top 50. And every time it wouldn't matter if I woke up when there was on like 33. It'll be a great song.
And MTV, back in the late 80s, early 90s, MTV used to be great. Because, that was all they did was play videos.
Well, they were music television.
Pop-up videos. Y'all like that one?
That was VH1.
I know that was VH1. I'm just saying, it's pop-up videos.
Yeah. It was same ballpark, Trey. Close.
Yeah, I know.
Left field. It's all relevant.
Yeah, one was channel 27, one was channel 45.
Is that accurate?
That's probably. I think it's something like that. Yeah.
Is that accurate? That'd be pretty cool
I
if
should
you
think
remember that.
Did you have the
feel like it
brown
is.
box that sat on top of the TV?
Of course, yeah. Yeah, and when you get to the towards the end of those channels where you weren't supposed to be watching, if you flip them right in between two channels, you could kind of get one to come in just a little bit.
Hey, I had the VHS set up, anytime, because all the top 10 was the same, throughout the month, and it would change at the end of the month. I was like, okay, I know that song's next. I had my video VHS ready to pop in and press.
He said, please be the Go-Go's. Please be the Go-Go's.
I wish I could find these videotapes, but I had hours and hours of just songs recorded on VHS tapes.
I think I got a bunch of VHS tapes too, like maybe in my mom's. I don't know. It has like a bunch of Headbangers Balls recorded. But me and Ryan used to record those.
I know. Yep. Excuse me, because when we used to go over to your house, that's all we had. We'd play for a little while, then we'd go to your living room and watch your VHS recordings of Headbangers Ball.
Tell me about that. So, was it in Ryan's room? He lives right now? Is where he stays at? Was that where y'all had the stage?
Yeah, that's where we had.
So in the 90s, we built
a stage in there, and we painted the walls black so it'd have more of a stage feel to it, I guess.
But they even built a riser for the drums, so the drums were up higher.
We actually built a stage, and then we built a drum riser too. So the drums would go up a little bit higher.
I can imagine y'all had a bunch of musicians in your house.
Yep, in and out.
He did.
Through and playing. I mean, we had people, Trey and William used to come over there, get up and jam with us and stuff. I mean, we used to have a bunch of people come over. Jay Lane, Stuart Sullivan, a bunch of people just come over and jam out,
Did you jam?
On the weekends.
Me and William could not go to Scott's house if Stuart Sullivan was there, because he was like Eddie Van Halen of our age, because he was our age, but he could play all this stuff, and we're like, no, we're not. I'm not going up there and pretending like a lead guitar player.
I remember the first time I found out he played guitar. Me and Ryan were talking to him on the phone. He was at his house, and I was like, "Well, play the song by Poison, play the solo," and he played it like along to the tape. We were on the phone. I was like, he's not playing that. He's not playing that. I was like, we need to go over to his house. So we went over to his house, and then he played everything. I was like, oh, man, I am so far behind. I'm like, I am not even close to him.
We were doing the one of the Mr. Hartsville High or Miss Hartsville High pageants back in like 93, 94, and Stuart was there. It might have been 94. Stuart was there, and there was a piano back there, and he just goes up and starts playing the piano part intro for Right Now. And I'm like, what? No, like that doesn't even make sense. How would you know that?
I think Stuart learned on piano first.
Yeah. He was fantastic.
Yeah.
Hey,
Stuart Sullivan he's great.
I just want
musician. I mean,
I just want to say real quick. Sorry to interrupt you, but I want to say real quick. We've getting a bunch of comments coming in, and I can't hit them all. I'm trying to throw everybody's comments in, but keep going because I'm gonna make sure I get everybody's comments in. Going back up just a little bit, Timmy Pierce said, "So greatest bands of '90s." You're right. That's exactly where we started. That's where we were supposed to go. But like Michelle said, we take lots of left turns. We're NASCAR in here, and we're going all over the place. So, but yes, hold on. But the topic is best. Not it shouldn't be best. It should be your favorite bands of the '90s, and it could be from any genre.
Well,
ours is definitely going to be.
Actually, I thought it was favorite '90s songs. Not necessarily.
Why are we talking about your bedroom?
That was that was the first time I heard songs.
Well, it was Scott's bedroom.
See what I mean? We should have a flash. We need to get a blackboard for the studio in here and have it and write down what our topics are.
I think so too. Because I thought it was 90 songs.
Okay, well let's do 90 songs or bands.
It could be 90 songs or bands.
Yeah.
I mean, it can be bands too.
How about was Right Said Fred 90s?
Oh, hold on.
No, I knew that was coming up with you. I knew you were going to say that. Yeah,
hold on.
I think it come out in 90. It come out in the early 90s.
I have to interrupt real quick and throw this comment up. This is from my sister Jennifer. Best bands of the 90s. She says Honest or Split Rail.
Oh my God!
Big hand there.
Onions or Split Rail. I mean, Honest.
Onions. I never heard that one before. That's original, buddy.
How about let's see, we got. I've never even heard of this. I'm looking at 50 best 90s songs.
I tell you one of
Underworld Born Slippery Nuts. NUXX. Is that how Nooks? Nuts?
Are you on Google or a goggle?
I'm on Temu. What? Temu. We got Baby Got Back. Sir Mix-a-Lot. That was a great one.
That was
Him sitting in that big old butt.
that was a big song of the 90s.
Oh, I love that video. No, it's hilarious. I believe he made that video to be funny because there ain't no way in Hades. He made that video sitting in that crack.
No, you had to.
And he's like just going off. Man.
What I really need is a butt cheek on each side of me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nothing says.
But
R&B.
in the video, like at the beginning, where the dum 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 dum.
Oh,
you got
my God.
Oh my! Look at that girl's butt. It's like, oh my God!
It's just so big. It's just so out there.
Yeah.
It's one of them rapper guys, girls. And let's keep going.
No, let's stop. We should definitely stop.
No,
Well, I tell you,
I can't stop now because Natalie Imbruglia torn. I remember that.
Natalie Imbruglia.
Yeah.
Natalie,
I love that song, Torn.
In blood.
I used to get down in that song, man. That was a great song. I'm torn. You're getting your feelings.
I'd like to hear Chris on Total Request Live. Down here, Natalie and Brugler.
Pergola. That was a good one. You should see the way it's spelled, man. I pronounced it the way it's spelled. IMBRUGLIA.
I just love you pronouncing.
Imbruglia.
I just love you pronouncing anything the way it's spelled when you can't spell anything the way it's pronounced.
But you know, also one of my favorite songs from the 90s.
What?
I think it came out in '94. Was the Cranberries' "Zombie"?
Ooh,
No,
yeah.
absolutely not. My least favorite song in the whole world.
Man, I love that.
Not at all.
Oh, and the Bad Wolves covered it.
No, because then for the rest,
too
you hear
long
that,
ago.
you hear just
Yeah.
a piece of that song, and for the rest of the day, you're yodeling. So no, I hate that song.
I love that song.
No, you hear
I just
that,
every time
you
I hear
hear
that song,
chorus, you sing it for the rest of the day.
I understand. Yeah, it's an earworm. I get it, but only thing that I can think of when I hear her sing that, it just
It's
makes
the
my
end
skin
of her
crawl.
doing the zombie part of
Yep,
doing
yep. But if you let me finish, I'm gonna take you back to the old school because I'm an old fool. But take you back and remind you of something. The damn mountain climber on The Price is Right. That's what she reminds me of.
Damn, I forgot about that. You did take me back. I had a flashback. That was my favorite part of that show.
I know, but it bothered me, and then so that went away, and then she comes back and she brings it back, and so I'm scared of her, just like I was scared of the mountain man climbing on Price is Right back in the early '80s.
I love that song, and I love the remake that the Bad Wolves did too. Because I mean, it was a lot more heavier, but it was still
in your face.
Yeah, they kind of kept it everything about the same. You know, they didn't change up too much, but
yeah,
they just beefed it up a little bit, and it was.
Michelle Langston wants to talk about Nirvana.
Oh, Nirvana!
Should we talk about Nirvana?
Yeah, we could talk about Nirvana. They were big in the 90s.
They were only one of the biggest bands in the 90s.
I remember
they ended hair metal.
I believe they did because that was some new stuff, man.
I think hair metal had run its course.
Nah.
Yeah, when I seen Motley Crue dressed up as women, I was like, yeah, I'm done with this.
Yeah, right.
I'm done with this.
Yeah, right.
What is this?
I hear you, TRL, in the Notebook. They were dressed like women. You're like, wait a minute.
It's supposed to be
not so
metal.
bad.
These guys got lipstick on. I'm done. I'm gonna get hate for that. I don't care.
Yeah.
I'll give you my URL address. You can. I'm at.
Meanwhile, 10 minutes ago, you were talking about Right Said Fred.
I was wondering if it was the 90s.
They are, I think.
Oh,
I think they were 92 or 90.
So when I love the
Chili
videos.
Peppers.
The videos gave more attitude, you know what I'm saying, to the song. Like we'll talk about Teen Spirit. You know, all the kids in the gym rocking, you know. I'm like, yeah, I like that. You know, I want to be in there with them. Hell, I want to play music now.
Hey, did you know that when Weird Al Yankovic did his parody of "Smells Like Teen Spirit," a lot of the people in that video were the original people from the Nirvana video, like the guy with the mop, the janitor.
He was the original.
Yeah, he was in the original
I didn't
Nirvana
know
video,
that.
and there were some people in the audience too, but I can't remember. I should have gone back and looked at this again, but yeah, I know the janitor was, and I think there were some people, I know there were some people in the audience and cheerleaders and things like that. Like they came back and kind of reprised their role in Weird Al's video.
How about that? Isn't that something?
Smells Like Nirvana was his song.
Yeah. Speaking of Weird Al, this is we're taking a left here again, and it'll be
Are
quick.
we?
Yeah, it'll be quick. But remember, Weird Al did a parody of Coolio's song,
Yeah,
"Gangster Paradise."
yeah, but
Amish Paradise.
without permission, and Coolio was not happy.
I just laughed at him, and I turned the other cheek.
He was not happy, but Weird Al was allowed to do it because once he saw the revenue checks coming in,
yeah.
he was like, "Well, I guess it's all right for you to do it," you know? And they gave him permission. You know?
Oh,
You can do it, but I don't have to like it.
Yeah.
But I'll cash the checks.
You can do anything you want to, but don't you do that. But it was like, I got into Deftones a little bit. That's right. We need to find that guy. I want him on this show. We need to find him. We're going to figure out who it is. But I got into, like, the videos really got me into the music. You know, it was a big part if I liked your music or not. Your video had to be good.
Yeah.
You know, and Deftones, you know.
That's funny you say that. Hate to interrupt you. Michelle actually just said, Michelle's on this. Michelle is part of this show tonight, by the way. She just said the videos were amazing, and she's exactly right because back in, and I know everybody, obviously they still make great videos now, but it was something different about the videos that were made back then. November Rain is one of the biggest ones for me. Like, there's something about that. There's like it told a story.
Yeah.
There was a story in the video that
There's emotion to it.
like if you listen to the song and you might have a story in your head like while that song's playing, but then you watch the video they came out with, or vice versa. Well, you had your own idea of what the song was about, and then you watch the video and you go, "Wow, this is a completely different idea than what I had."
Yeah.
And
yeah, but also I think
videos were so much
with
better back then.
videos, I think it goes to like from the 90s. We were all young. We grew up in that time. So
except for Chris.
Well, Chris was still young.
Yeah. Dude, I remember everything about the 90s.
But so you love the videos that you saw, and so when you see those videos like today, when you're 30 years later, it carries you back. It's that nostalgia feeling.
Oh man!
And I think,
do you ever do that?
I do all
Sit
the time.
at that in YouTube old videos.
Yeah, all the time, and I'm like,
man, I wasn't overweight,
but
had hair.
But
Yeah. Hey.
you go back, and you think about when you were in that time.
Yeah.
It's the nostalgia effect. Now,
Exactly. I
think,
feel you on that.
but I think that's what it is for everybody. So I think kids today, 30 years from now, they'll be doing the same thing with the videos they watch, even though we don't have any connection to the videos today. Because if we watch them, we're like, okay, yeah, it's a video. Yeah, the video's okay. It doesn't have the same effect on us because we're older. We're not in our youth anymore. We're like,
Hold on.
that.
I was just in a mosh pit Saturday night twice. Don't talk about who's not in their youth anymore.
I'll tell you, I'm
But
a witness to that.
you were in a mosh pit to what music?
The hell, I don't know what the hell they were playing, but it was hard enough for my mosh pit, and I got in it and had a great time and came back and tried to get Chris to come join me, and he said no, and I went back and jumped in it again.
Come back with a black eye. I'm like, I'm going back.
No, but I'm
still a little sore, but I'm doing all right.
I'm not saying you can't go get in a mosh pit or do this or that. I'm just saying that 90s to us, because we grew up in that time, we were young, that is like our soundtrack, I guess, to life or whatever. And
You're right. Yeah, I'll agree with you.
I feel that.
You
I
have
feel that when you just said that
Yeah,
soundtrack to life. I like that.
well, it's basically about what it is.
Yeah.
That song,
That's it.
you know.
Yeah. I feel you, and I like that soundtrack to life. I like that. That's good. That's good.
I think that's what it is for every young person in their generation.
Yeah,
their music. It's just like you hear your parents talk about their music was the best. You know, there's no music,
and you wouldn't understand it.
And you're like,
yeah, but
no, that's old music.
I don't know, but our parents
and
was
now you
Led Zeppelin.
But you
Dolly Parton.
We talk about our generation of music is the best, and the 2000s generation, I'm sure, are saying our music.
Of course,
it's when you grow up.
Of course,
you're becoming into adulthood, and the music that's coming out is the music you associate with, and I think that's what it is. So I mean, I don't want to knock any, type of generational music that's out there because, to each their own. It's all the same.
It's got that feel to it.
It does. Keep talking.
Just keep talking.
Yeah, but
when you get older,
so?
your taste in music starts to become a little bit different.
Well, I don't think it becomes different. I think you like what you like.
You're growing up.
See, even though I'm older now, I still like, Motley Crue, Slayer, Skid Row, Metallica. I like all those bands, because that's what I grew up with.
That's
and
right.
I still like them today, And
that's okay, Scott.
And
it's okay to feel that way.
Even though I'm older,
let those emotions out.
I know,
Just let it go.
The music you're playing
Just
now,
let it go, Scott. Just let it go.
Any kind of
It's okay.
appreciation for that music because I don't like that.
It's okay. Nobody likes this kind of music.
That's right.
But we put it in there. All right.
But I mean, you know what I'm saying.
Look at my nipple. Look at my nipple. There goes the PG-13. I didn't do it. Give me one margarita. I'm going to open my leg.
Now we just
Wheels falling off. I want the pinky.
Oh my God! No, not the
Oh, yeah.
And my stinky. Give me one margarita. I'm going to open my leg.
Why is
Oh, God. I need to take the damn butts away from
Give me one
him.
margarita, I'm gonna open my leg.
Oh, God. I feel like I got sand in my butt crack right now. Oh, God.
All right. Sorry about that.
That brings all kind of images into my head there.
But see, that's where music has gone from the 90s we just talked about to today. This is what we have to listen to
That
today.
was some kind of weird TikTok stuff. I don't know who that was.
Let's go real quick and jump into comments here. I've had to skip a lot. I want to make sure that, and I've been trying to put everybody's comments on the screen for the most part. Want to go back and talk about these 90s bands. Let's see. Michelle, that last comment, I'm going to come back to that one. Timmy says, dude, remember Virtual Insanity?
Whoa!
Crazy music video.
Yeah, I remember that.
So they recorded
Virtual Insanity.
So they recorded that with the whole...
It was Jamiroquai.
Yeah, Jamiroquai.
Was that the one where he was on the
Yeah.
Good
one, Timmy. Yes, that was awesome.
Well, when they recorded the video, the floor he was on was stationary. It was the wall. The camera was connected to the walls of this room, and the walls actually moved to make him look like he was sliding across the floor.
Was that? I thought it was like the treadmills in the floor.
No, that's when he did it live. He did it at some VMAs or some award show, and they had the treadmills there.
Okay.
But yeah,
That was a good. That was very. Yes, thank you, Timmy, for bringing that one up because that
Jamiroquai.
just
I wonder where
triggered
he's
me.
at now.
Trey's got his hat somewhere.
He's in. I'd probably I have some of those. Kathy says Smashing Pumpkins, but she came up with two: Smashing Pumpkins and then Alanis Morissette.
Oh, of course, I love
because
Alanis.
we're
Alanis.
we were probably always leaning more towards our rock stuff, and Alanis was taking all the girls and going, all your boyfriends aren't worth a shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, still,
Thanks, Uncle Joy.
but still,
Ruining everything.
still, Alanis is rock. Though.
That's all her songs was about, Uncle Joy.
Tim, oh yeah, hey, cut it out. Foo Fighters. Timmy said Foo Fighters and Chili Peppers. He put that on. I think I said that.
Yeah,
They was pretty big, and they was
And if
had a bunch of.
This is a topic that could go on for like.
That's why I love it. I love
they're really good. They're
If,
really good.
if we just kept,
Yeah.
because there's so many bands.
But unfortunately,
in that time.
my sister did jump in here. She said she was the one that said Blonde Melon, I think.
Oh, I love Blind Melon.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Blonde Melon. So yeah, and if I missed your comment, sorry. throwback. Money for Nothing. Go ahead. My sister's on top of it, by the way. You can tell where my sister grew up.
She heard our show last weekend. That's why she's still
No.
played all them songs.
No, my sister doesn't come see us. But she lives in Georgia. But yeah, but yeah, keep them coming. We got a couple more minutes here before we wrap things up.
But I was wanting to go back to, when Scream 2 come out, and was a
It'd have been 98.
awesome.
98 or
That was
99,
like
I think.
the soundtrack because it had Creed on there. It had all the top, 10 bands of
Well,
the 90s.
actually, I think it was Scream 3 that had Creed on it.
No, it was Scream 3. It was Scream
Which
3.
was still
no,
99.
Wait a minute.
Which was still in 99.
You sure
I
it was
think.
Scream 3? Was Creed on it?
Yep, because that was the one that had Does that mean I'm correct?
Yeah. That means you're not. Go ahead.
Okay, so was it 99 that it came out?
I don't know.
Don't look at me. I was busy that day.
Well, I thought you were back there looking up stuff.
Oh.
Well, it had What If on there.
What if? Yeah.
Yeah, and I think it had that was Queen of the Damned. I'm thinking about God, what was that movie with Arnold Schwarzenegger in it? Where End of Days. It had Limp Bizkit on there, Korn, and
End of Days, I think. Yeah,
Queen of the
99,
Damned
yeah.
had an awesome soundtrack.
Oh, the best video of all time was Family Values.
Oh,
Yes. With-
and Together Now?
Yeah, with Linkin Park. I mean, not Linkin Park, but all those guys. He just said
Yeah, that was a pretty
Limp Bizkit, Korn,
all
Rammstein?
in Together Now.
Rammstein.
No, it had that was all in the family.
That was with
no. What
Family
was that?
Values. I just literally just said Family
Family
Values.
Values tour.
Rammstein.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh my God.
Who else was on there?
That's,
But it was a song. What song
their
was
show
it?
was X-rated.
You're thinking about In Together now with Redman from Wu-Tang Clan?
Look be the boss, looking to the cross, stranded in the land of the lost, standing up a sideways.
Go ahead.
I'm blazing up the path, running on the highways around. Boy, don't get me started.
How was a rap? But yeah, go ahead. You got it.